bladder. That's all I'm starting it with. This weekly vlog this week has thrown a bunch at our bladders. Based on the title of this video, you can tell that we've been having bladder issues as of recently. On the 17th of January, which was Saturday night to be more specific. Why do we have 3 bags?
One of you can download it and then we'll just
trying to do nothing.
Yeah.
We went to a sleepover with our friends, but suddenly our autonomic dysreflexia started to kick in and we started to sweat profusely. We didn't know why, and we were sweating profusely, we were very hot, and our stomach didn't feel the best. So we didn't know what was going on, and that autonomic dysreflexia kept kicking in out of nowhere. And we were profusely sweating for 6 hours straight until we woke up that morning at 6:30 a.m. on Sunday. Then on Sunday, that sweating continued throughout the day. It wouldn't be consistent, but whenever we done IC or had to do an IC, or whenever we just done something, anything, it would pick a random hour, a random minute to randomly ramp up and we'll be sweating again. We had episodes of nausea and overheating a lot, profusively sweating, intense AD, and every single time we had to do an IC, we would get this very high urge to go, it would feel a lot more intense than our typical mild AD reaction when we have to urinate. We became very suspicious about it. I'm gonna just spoil it anyway. I've had 40 UTIs now. This was feeling right on track with a urinary tract infection. The nausea, the profusive sweating, literally gave signs of a urinary tract infection that was brewing in our bladder. Not fun. On Monday, we had stayed a little longer on the sleepover than we had expected. So I unfortunately didn't bring my water bottle, so I wasn't able to drink any water. So we got a UTI, unfortunately, on the 17th. And currently we're 4 to 5 days in now, and it's the 21st. On Tuesday, we fully figured out, realized, okay, these symptoms are not adding up. They're not ceasing. They are hardly going away. We feel weird during our ICs and everything. Our urine's a darker color. We weren't doing well. So me and Matthew discovered that, oh my god, me and Emmie have a UTI and lose. So me and Emmie now have a UTI. But thankfully me and Matthew and Emmie, we all know how to get through these UTIs pretty quickly. And if it ever gets worse, we'll treat it with antibiotics. But me and Emmie know that we have to drink a lot of water to flush it all out and to do a bunch of ICs. We are slowly getting through this UTI. Thankfully it feels a lot better today than it did those first 3 days. So hopefully this one lasts a week and doesn't give us any more symptoms. So we've just been struggling a little bit. Another note, my wife got her 5th Botox procedure done on the 20th of January. This is her 2nd round of Botox that is done with nitrous oxide, which is basically laughing gas and not being sedated. The reason why she was sedated back then is because Emmie has autonomic dysreflexia that comes along with a spinal cord injury, T6 or higher, and it reacts to any stimuli within your bladder, your bowels, anything below the level of your injury that's in discomfort. It will react. My wife has incontinence, bladder spasms. She would also get a stronger urge to do a IC, a way stronger urge. Unfortunately, when we got this Botox procedure done, it was before we found out we had the UTI, or hours before we found out. So we didn't know we had a UTI, unfortunately. This is my wife's 2nd procedure done with nitrous oxide. The first procedure went bad. It went okay, but bad, if that makes sense. So the first procedure, when my wife got it done with nitrous oxide in the clinic, she had a bad AD reaction. This caused her blood pressure to start rising exponentially and her heart rate to go down to 39 beats per minute. Not good. Not good at all. But thankfully the medical team got it under control. Scary watching. This time her care team, advised that, okay, maybe we give you a little bit more nitrous oxide and we fill your bladder with less fluid before the procedure. And thankfully she did not have that bad of a reaction. She only had very minor AD, which was shocking to me because my wife had a UTI during it and still has one. That new plan worked and we're all doing good. So this is her 5th Botox procedure since becoming a quadriplegic. And she had 30 injections in her bladder. She's been doing really well on Botox. Her insurance has been doing really, really well with covering Botox. Her last round was October 17th, and then this round was January 20th. So she had gone 3 months. A little less than usual, but we understand why, because she had like 2 UTIs within that time. Considering if she goes the same 4 months naturally, it'll be in May, her next one. We created a video on this a while back about her Botox. If you want to watch it, we can put a link in the description. That video goes in a lot more detail about my wife's Botox, why she gets it, the issues she had. We just wanted to explain to you all about her Botox, how it went. So thankfully, last procedure did not really go that well, but yesterday's procedure went really well, which is great. We've been doing pretty okay. It's just a lot about our bladder. We got a UTI, and then we had horrible AD, and we had sweating, and then we had Botox. So a lot about our bladder. Profusely sweating and having that high autonomic dysreflexia was not fun. We didn't film anything about it, but we were very exhausted. We took a nap even. If you know us, we do not take naps. We are still sick, so we are still sick with the flu and severe acute bronchitis, but thankfully those symptoms are getting better every single day. So we just wanted to talk to you all about our bladder, my wife's Botox, our profuse sweating, all that fun stuff, I guess. That UTI, we got it January 17th, but we figured out we had it on Tuesday, so that would have been the 20th that we figured it out. So we got our UTI the 17th. My wife had her Botox on January 20th. Thankfully, our UTI, knock on wood, is not as bad, so we don't need antibiotics for it. Me and my wife are doing okay. Those first 3 days of the UTI were rough. That's why we haven't filmed in a minute. We do apologize, but that is all we wanted to talk about. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you whenever we update you again. So I have to talk about this because it is very, very, very important. So in our city, neighborhood where we live, there is going to be a severe snowstorm or weather watch. This means that there is going to be snow, ice, and everything that can affect power lines. And for those who don't know, I use a mechanical ventilator that runs on power. So whenever the power outage or power lines get affected, so does my ventilator and the thing I breathe with. Because I have amyotrophic lateral sclerosis that slowly takes my breathing function away, the hours I can stay off my ventilator are becoming very short. My ventilator runs on a battery after it technically dies, so when it gets plugged out of power, there's this battery that starts to kick in that has been charged with the hours I've ran the vent, if that makes sense. So once the ventilator cuts off, that battery kicks in, and it can only run, as of currently, 7 hours. And for me, if the power were to go out and that battery starts to kick in, my ventilator would only be able to run for 7 hours, and after the 7 hours, I'm dead. I can't breathe on my own without the help, the major help of a mechanical ventilator. So what they'll have to do after this is grab an bamboo bag and put it on my tracheostomy and begin to inflate and fill my lungs manually through an bamboo bag, doing 20 respiration rates per minute for however hours that ventilator battery has cut off. That is fucking terrifying. I will preface, I do have an emergency ventilator. Hold up. This emergency ventilator that has also a battery in it that lasts 4 hours as well. It's been with me for almost 3 years. I haven't had to use it because clearly I have my own mechanical ventilator device here. This extra ventilator helps only, unfortunately, because it's very old, it can only supply 4 more hours. So with the help of my mechanical ventilator battery and the emergency ventilator battery, I will only get up to 11 hours of ventilator functional time. If my ventilator, my mechanical ventilator that you see on my chest, cuts off because of the power, the battery will kick in and run for 7 hours. After that, we have to quickly, manually switch off the mechanical ventilator I'm on, put on this emergency ventilator on my tracheostomy tube, and that'll sustain me 4 more hours of life. After that 11-hour mark of the best 2 items I've got, bamboo bag is required. Matthew cannot fall asleep. You'll have to realize this. Matthew can't fall asleep, and because if he does, well, my respiration rate stops and I die. I also want to talk about internet. So when the power outage goes out, so does the internet. We have service on our phone, but it is very crappy and really only allows us to do phone calls and text. That does not allow us to upload anything. What I'm doing right now, it is Thursday. I am going to be ending it right here. I will be scheduling this weekly vlog to go out on the specified date. If you do not see any update from us, please know that that is internet-related issues, I hope. I'm just literally praying that the power outage, number one, the power does not even go out. And number two, that if it does go out, I'm hoping that it only lasts a few hours or an hour. Because I do not want it to be lasting 24 hours when Matthew would have to easily ambu bag me for 13 hours. Not good. With all my emergency supplies, I still have to be ambu bagged longer than I've been off of the ambu bag. The main reason why I'm saying this is primarily because there's a big snowstorm coming. My ventilator has a chance, if the power goes out, to stop, and then the battery starts running on this vent for 7 hours, and then on my emergency ventilator it has 4 more hours of runtime. That will only bring me up to 11 hours of total ventilator battery runtime maximum. After that, if the power outage goes any further than 11 hours, Matthew will have to ambu bag me on the frickin' floor, praying God that he does not mess up a respiration rate. On the internet-wise, because the power outage goes out and because our service is so bad, we don't have enough internet to be able to upload a weekly vlog. Can't even give y'all a written update. Because of that, I'm pre-scheduling this weekly vlog so it can still come out. Just know, I pray to God that when this weekly vlog comes out, we are all safe. The power did not go out, and we are chilling still. So yeah, that is all the updates. I will be ending this weekly vlog here. I appreciate you all for watching this vlog, and I do apologize that it's super long and the fact that it's just been explaining, but again, I apologize. Hopefully, during the time that this is pre-scheduled, we won't have any issues with the power. Hopefully, it's just cold outside and there's snow, but I'm really praying that we don't have any issues with the internet or power. Thank you all so much for watching this weekly vlog, and we will see you next week. Bye.